This leads at 7. The High Court in Pretoria has postponed Labour Minister Thulas Nxesi's urgent application to terminate the UIF's R5 billion contract with Thuja Capital. Nxesi also wanted the court to gag Thuja Holdings CEO Mthunzi Mdwaba from making corruption allegations against the minister and 2 other members of cabinet in relation to that contract. The case has now been postponed to the 25th of January. Juniour Khumalo reports.
It was a brief and uneventful pre-hearing agreement. Despite approaching the courts on an urgent basis, Labour Minister Thulas Nxesi's attempts to halt the UIF's R5 billion contract to Thuja Capital have been postponed to next year. Thuja Holdings CEO Mthunzi Mdwaba, through his legal team, argued that they had not been afforded enough time to respond to Nxesi's founding affidavit. Given that all parties were in agreement that there was need for more time to exchange court papers, Pretoria High Court Judge A.J. DeForce agreed to postpone the matter to the 25th of January. The acting presiding judge reiterated that whether the matter will be heard on an urgent basis will be determined at the next court sitting.
I have indicated openly that urgency has not been determined.
Mdwaba's legal representatives cited delays in him being served with court papers, leading to a shorter period of time to respond as what necessitated this delay.
Today was just essentially a pre-hearing agreement, if you may, between the parties to say, look, we are not ready, you served our clients late with the papers, so we need time to put together an answer, and you also need time to reply to our answering affidavit. So the only practical time to have the hearing, on this would be sometime next year.
The Department of Labour and the UIF both welcomed the postponement, saying they were confident that the case would go ahead without further delay in January.
All the parties involved agreed that on the 5th of January, the exchange of further papers would take place, and the matter has been set down for hearing on the 25th of January, meaning that it will proceed on the 25th of January for the actual hearing to take place.
Mdwaba's legal team also expressed concerns over attempts to gag their client from making claims in public that the 3 ministers attempted to solicit a bribe in return for his company being awarded the R5 billion contract. According to Hanare, Mdwaba was willing to desist from making such public utterances only if the Minister of Labour also stopped making public pronouncements against him.
It was problematic for us, and we were at loggerheads, if you may, to say we either have this gag order going 2 ways, meaning everyone is, gagged on talking about the case, or we don't have it at all, because in any event, if a matter is sub judice, we know what applies, that you cannot talk to the merits of the case, while it's still being heard by a court.
When the matter is finally heard in January, the first point of call will be the judge deciding whether it should be heard on an urgent basis. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Juniour Khumalo at the Gauteng High Court in Pretoria.